YouTube? First video here, a little freestyle here. You see it's raining. I'm actually on my work break, and I said fuck it. Just got done eating, about to start off, but little introductory. My name's Cordell. Title of this, name of this channel is probably gonna be Exotic Minds, because you know everything I do is exotic. So I guess first topic here, I'm just about to go off the head. First video, never really done this before, so yeah, fuck it. But topic I want to get into today is, are you happy? And if you aren't happy, why you're probably not happy. And if you are happy, congratulations. Comment below and let me know how you were able to find the key to happiness. So basically, what brings me to this question here is that new Doctor Strange movie. I ain't gonna do no spoilers, so you don't need to skip or anything. But basically, in the movie, someone asked Doctor Strange, "Are you happy?" And he kind of just looked at him, and you can tell, like, from the previous scene on why he wasn't happy, but he straight up just said, you know, put on that like fake smile that we all do when someone asks me like, are you good or something. He put on that smile and he said yes, I am happy. And throughout that movie, that actually happened like a couple times where he got that same question. And more towards the end of the movie, he kind of reflected back on that question of like, why did he lie? Why did he tell that man he was happy, even though inside he know he wasn't happy? And I feel like a lot of us do this, and I'm definitely a victim of it too. I was never the one to, how can I put this? I was never the one to really talk about my problems, talk about anything I had going on, like inside here at all. And I feel like a lot of people rather keep that to themselves, which is okay, but you got to know how to deal with that, and you got to know how to get through with that thing. Hold on. Oh yeah, my hair was looking tweaky for a second. But yeah, you got to know how to get through that. You got to know how to get through the storm, how to weather the storm, you know? You can't just sit here and drown in your own sorrow. Like my first, I would say all the way up until like I was 19. I'm 21 now, going on 22 soon, but all the way up until I was 19, I kind of didn't realize I wasn't happy until something happened in my life that exposed how I truly felt and brought that out of me. And there was a lot of unhappiness. And I just want to go over, you know, things that people can do to get over that little hurdle that they have. What I did was I was introduced to self-development. So I would just like read, you know, I usually stay with a book. I'll come out on break. This is a book I'm reading now. Good read so far. I don't know if it's gonna be backwards in the video, but it's Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone. And don't get it twisted, this isn't like a cheesy sales book. This is talking about like basically sell or be sold, how to get your way in business and in life. And that and in life part is important, because you know you want people to, you want to understand how to formulate your ideas to other people, how to win people to your way of thinking. A lot of book you guys probably heard was How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's another good book. I still got to finish that. I only got halfway through that book, so I'm actually start that book over and finish it. But yeah, not to get off topic, I do a lot of self-development stuff, like working out. I used to meditate daily. I got to get back on that. Meditation is another good one. And basically, feeding your mind, that's really the important part. You want to feed your mind every single day with positive thoughts and a different way of thinking, because it's possible to reshape your reality just by your own words and by what you hear. Like what you see and what you hear is your reality. So daily, you want to be reading positive things. You want to be seeing the things that you want out of life. You know, you don't want to, a lot of people, when they get in these slumps and, you know, get down in the press, you know, they'll sit here in the rain, turn on some Marvin's Room, you know, just sit here, look out the window, like on some dramatic shit. Like, I get it. I've been there, guys. I get it. I've been there. But like I said, man, you can't sit here and drown in your own sorrow. Even when you're going through those tough times, you gotta constantly be listening to audiobooks, motivational videos. Motivational videos are a good start, you know, but motivation, I wouldn't rely on motivation. You will get a lot more further with discipline. And so far on my self-development journey, I've been able to lose over 60 pounds. I'm still not where I want to be at. I've been able to get a decent job, but I'm in the process of starting my own business, fixing my credit. I've been able to get my credit score up, you know, to the high 700s. So I'll probably have a separate channel for that in the future, talking about like different financial things that I know about, credit, real estate, stuff like that. But yeah, basically, I feel like a lot of people aren't happy, and this is why I wasn't happy for so long. Getting back to the main topic of the video, I wasn't happy because I didn't know what I wanted out of life, and until like it hit me, that's when I realized I was unhappy. You know, I was kind of just going through life, drifting. If you don't know what drifting is, I would recommend reading or listening to Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. That is a really good book and a really good audiobook that'll really change your perspective on everyday life. It changed mine for sure. Basically, drifting is kind of just when you're going through life is just happening to you. You're just doing the same things every day, and you're not really aware of what's going on. Basically, you're kind of just like stuck in this state of doing. You're not moving with intention. You're just existing. That's basically what you're doing, is existing. So when you're only existing for the moment and not really building anything for the future, I feel like that's where a lot of unhappiness comes from. Because you're not really, as a man, I feel like you have to be doing something or working towards something. And when that hit me when I was 19, I was like, damn, I've been letting life happen to me my whole life. Like, at the time, I was in college doing something that I didn't want to do, and I was just doing it because I told I should do it. So I was like, all right. Like, I thought there was only one way to life. I thought, you know, go to school, get a good education, get a job, like the all usual what our parents tell us. But when I was exposed to like the other side of how like entrepreneurs and rich people think, that's what really did it for me. That's why I say you really have what you see is your reality. Because once I seen that there was people that looked like me, there was black people, hair all dreaded, twisted. There was black people out here living, and they were doing it legally too. That's the thing. They were doing it legally, not illegally. You don't want to go out here and catch a felon. You're not trying to fucking scam, sell drugs. No, there was young black men living how they wanted to live freely. And I was like, we can live like this? I can live like this? My skin color can live like this legally. And once you get that kind of like awakening, that's when you start to view things a lot differently. That's when you can kind of get in this mode where you're content in the moment because you know where you're going. Once you know where you're going and you have no doubt of where you're going, it doesn't matter what's happening around you right now in your current circumstances. Like, you're still going to get those days where you're down, you're upset, you know, depression kicks in for like maybe a few days, few hours, you know, whatever. But you know that's not a lasting thing. You're always on that like longer term goal. Your mind is always working towards, or your mind just always know. You basically just have comfort in knowing that I'm not always going to be here in this position that I am. As long as you're doing the things you know you should be doing, then that's basically how you get happiness. I find myself to be unhappy the most when I'm not doing what I know I should be doing. Like, days I'll miss a workout. When I was trying semen retention last year, every time I slipped up on that, I noticed I would get down, unhappy. Every time I cheated on my diet, down, unhappy. Anytime I was chasing these females, down, unhappy. Like, it's, you know what you should be doing. Like, and we all know what we should be doing. That's why I recommend reading Outwitting the Devil, because that book, or even just listening to it, because I haven't listened to it, but I listened to it for, I would say, maybe like 2 months straight, every day at work. Like, every single day, I just had that audiobook on replay. I think it was only maybe 6 hours, if I remember correctly. So just pop, like I said, just pop that in while you're at work or something, or while you're working out. Just have that in. Outwitting the Devil. It really explains, like, kind of why we know what we should be doing, but why we're not doing it. It breaks down that whole process of, okay, so I know I should be doing this, this, and this, but I just can't bring myself to do it. It basically just, like, eliminates that whole thing. Once you figure that out, once you figure out why you're not doing something, then you can start attacking, okay, let me do this, this, and this to start doing that, basically. So yeah, that's just my first video on it. Basically, this channel is just gonna be like a little self-development journey. My mentor, Mark the Mentor, Mr. Keep It Simple, he actually recommended I start a YouTube channel. I was like, you know what, you're right. And I feel like this is something I've kind of always wanted to do. I've kind of always wanted to share my, like, self-development journey with other people, just to, you know, help them get out of their head. I feel like a lot of people are just stuck in their head, stuck in their thoughts. They're thinking negative thoughts and stuff. Like, it's crazy that, like, how powerful your brain really is. You can sit here and think yourself into, like, death, basically. You can think yourself into death. So, like, what are you thinking? What are you hearing? What are you seeing? Those are, like, the main 3 keys to happiness. And another thing is, you definitely have to find out your purpose in life. That's another key point. I think I said that earlier, but yeah, man, fuck it. Yeah, that's probably it. It's the first video. Hopefully the next ones will be a lot better than this. This is a little freestyle. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna just hop on here, talk some shit real quick. But yeah, man, I'll see y'all.